Start just with your thoughts on the game as a whole tonight.
Yeah, low event game. Not much offense. A lot of missed shots. Not much interior play. It was just one of the. There's about 9 minutes in the second. We were, obviously chasing the puck, trying to make a push, but we still, we're not attacking the interior, and we missed so many shots. A lot of shots. Missed a lot of shots.
Where did you feel like the momentum kind of turned in the game? Seemed like you guys obviously had the good start and were doing well through one.
Maybe that icing. I don't know. Then right away, bang, bang. That's probably it. But there's plenty of time left in the game.
Did you get an explanation on the icing?
No, he came apologized at the start of third. I mean, that happens. That's not the reason we lost.
The a lot of the second looked like a lot of the third last game. As a team, what do you need to do to better handle that press when the other team
execution? When we win the draw, it's in our net. Bottom line, execute. We got some players got to play under pressure. You got to execute. They're not. I don't think that was a hard play. We won the draw, and somehow, and then you got to play through people after that if there's a mistake.
Do you think the schedules, with all this time between games at home, is actually working against you?
No.
So how do you manufacture more energy and intensity?
Well, if I got to manufacture it right now this time, we're in trouble. We've had some battle drills to manufacture practice, so you got to do it for the game. We got to get inside. We were just way too much on the outside. Way too much on the outside tonight.
Talk about execution and getting on the inside. Is that all in the offensive zone, or are you talking about other areas of the ice as well?
Well, I don't know. I think the Dylan or Review guys, he thought they had two chances. They didn't have many chances either. It was a low event. It was just a low event game. So yeah, execute, go through, hold on a puck. If there's a shot, defenseman stop shooting it high from the blue, and when they do shoot it low or to the side of the net, it's just the disconnect, right? You can't score from the blue line D. We keep shooting it high, and then when we do, the guys at the side, you got to get in front of the goalie's eyes, and we got to get some shots through like this high, like bombs this high, not over the net. Makes no sense. So we got to correct that.
I felt like the trio of Huglander, Garland, and Lindholm that you kind of had in that third period had a little bit of pop. What'd you see from that trio together?
Just a little bit more, but we need more from everybody. I can't, it's too hard to go through each line and stuff and each individual right now.
Is it just an energy thing? You just need more energy, and that will fix all these things?
Well, energy, yeah. Energy's going through. Maybe a little bit more life guys on the bench. Yeah, I don't know why you guys have no energy. I'm not sure.
Winning goals by Ovechkin didn't feel like he was much of an influence otherwise, but is that a statement about a star player finding a way?
Yeah, the guy's amazing. Even at this age, he finds somehow to contribute. I've seen a lot of those. I've seen that guy score a lot of goals live.
You mentioned yesterday wanting to see some guys get to another gear. Feels like maybe they still weren't there tonight. But with now 14 games to go, do you feel like there's an urgency that the playoffs are kind of right around the corner and the team's not getting there?
Yeah, of course. It's my job. I got to help some of these guys. They've never been, they got to understand that, it's going to get harder and harder. So they got to, it's that seal, right? They're used to this. They got to get past that seal. And that's my job to get them to break that seal. There's more in the tank. There's always that more. And we got to break through it, find it.
You talked about struggling to get to the inside.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot of passes were, again, going into feet, going in where there wasn't a passing lane. And in the past, you talked about needing to move your feet to create those passing lanes. Was that, again, the issue tonight, players staring down those lanes?
Yeah. And we watched, just before I came here, just a few clips I just wanted to see before I came to talk to you guys. Guy passes the puck, and we just kind of cruise instead of passing, snapping yourself and direct line to wherever it's going to be, to the open area, or even if you go to the net, they're going to check you. Somebody else might be open, so we're just kind of cruising. I'm not sure why. And at this time of year, you can't cruise. We got to pop it in some other gears. A lot of guys tonight.
Has that also been an issue in the neutral zone and moving your feet to gain the offensive blue line. It seems like oftentimes players are moving into a coast before hitting the blue line.
Yeah, when you stride out, when you have time, if I have about 10 yards and skate with it, if you don't skate with it, that option closes, right? So when you move your feet, you're going to make people defend. That's when the lanes are open. So you're right. So what happens when you don't move your feet, you start passing through sticks or feet, and it hits skates. And I thought a lot of guys tonight, for whatever reason, weren't moving their feet. We tried we had some possession time in the third, but really even the 6-on-5, or one guy blocks a shot on Petey's, and he literally was hurt and going to the bench. I think they had 3 guys. We held the puck. I couldn't believe we wouldn't attack. We had 6 against their 3, and we stayed around the outside. That's the mentality you're looking at, right? Why? You got to have some energy, and they have a guy going off the ice. So they have really 3 guys on the ice at our 6, and we didn't get anything off it. That's what we got to talk to the guys about. We got to break through that mentality, mindset.
There's been a lot of talk about what hasn't been happening on the power play, but you also haven't drawn many. Are you guys doing enough to draw penalties?
Well, interior, right? That's where you get penalties, right? When you go through, hook in, you're in front of that guy, might cross-check you. That's where you get the penalties. When you play outside, defenders, it's easy when you play outside, right? But when you go through people, what do, right? You might hold. That's when all those other plays come into effect. Maybe an Aaron stick or something like that.
Petey's been quiet for a few games. Seemed like he was trying to be a bit more aggressive in the third. Where are you seeing? What are you seeing from his game right now?
He's struggling. You guys know. He's just trying to find his way. He's got to push through it. He knows we need more from him. He knows it. There's nothing really more to said. He's got to work hard. He's got to work every day to break through it.
When you were blending the lines, did you think any of the guys you put with him helped draw a little bit more out of him tonight?
Yeah, a couple of guys. I thought a couple of shifts here. That line was just, I just didn't like it the last 2 games now. I just haven't liked it. They're getting outplayed.
It's been a tough whistle maybe for a couple of weeks, but it seems like when you have that tough whistle, you still got to fight through it and find a way to just execute on the next play, and that just hasn't been happening for you lately.
Yeah, honestly, you just got to fight through this. It's it's in that room, and it's you got to stick together. I'm sure guys are upset, maybe mad at their game or mad or whatever, but they got to come. Whether I bring them in or I'm not sure, but they got to come in and how do I get better? What am I doing wrong? Am I going to the net, or am I not executing? Maybe you got to go out early a little bit and start handling the puck more, shoot more pucks. Are you shooting 50, 60, 100 pucks a day if you're missing the net? That's the mentality you have to have at this time of year. So, and we've had a lot of practice time, so that's why I don't buy the energy. I just don't buy it. We should have lots of energy.
It felt like in this game there were a lot of pucks that your defense tried to clear, your forwards tried to clear that were knocked down. Is that something that you can work on in practice, or is that more?
The knocking, like to get it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Even our forwards like trying to dump it in early. They were knocking them down. That's the thing we were talking about. You have to stride to if you have the puck and you stride out, and I chip it to myself or get it in deep, but we're on our heels and we're just like on our backhand, like our heels flipping it. You should be on your toes. That's that's what you see. That's what I saw. I saw the exact same thing.
The start was pretty good. They all played us. The second, I thought we had a good last 5 or 6 minutes of the second, and then I don't know. We seemed like we didn't get a ton of good looks tonight. They played hard, but we have to be better. We know our standards a little higher than that.
Where do you think the game sort of turned in terms of the momentum swinging in their direction?
In the second period, I feel like that we, for some reason our execution stops and we stop going. I think maybe we want the puck so bad sometimes. We want it to come easy, and other teams push, and then we kind of get away from our staples that make us a good team and kind of hope it goes well. And then on that time, we kind of get more panicky with the puck because they're coming at us. We just need to do a better job of being composed in moments like that, because it's going to happen a lot down the stretch.
Felt like there were just a number of plays that were just off, being fumbled in the neutral zone or what have you. Did it feel like you were close on some and just missed them?
I don't know. I wasn't very sharp with the puck there in the third period. That's on me, but don't know, it was kind of sloppy. Like, it wasn't like a pretty game, but sometimes you got to get used to playing in games like that. You know, they're a team pushing for the playoffs, and, you know, they're going to be really happy with a 2-1 win this time of year. So we need to be better.
Before their first goal, there was maybe a questionable offside, and then eventually it leads to the goal, and then take a penalty and leads to another goal. That moment when something goes against you, how hard is it to kind of fight through that right there?
Well, that's what we're trying to get better at is, you know, when it's not going good for us, how we're going to play. You know, we played with a lot of leads this year. We come out and haven't trailed going into the third very often, and that's just something we need to be better at is when we're getting pushed by the other team, how are we going to respond? You know, that takes a level of maturity and discipline, and starts with us as leaders on the team to make sure that the team goes in the right direction.
You talk about how the Capitals are a team that's pushing for the playoffs and in a bit of a tough position. You can see a team in a really similar position on Tuesday. What can you take from this game and apply to that?
Well, we need to raise our standard, you know, raise our level of execution, raise our level of tenacity and, you know, physicality. I mean, it wasn't good enough today. It wasn't bad, I don't think, but it's not good enough. And every single team we're going to play moving forward is playing for something. You got guys playing for jobs, you know, playing to win the division, playing to win the President's Trophy, playing to win, you know, to get into the play. Like, there's a reason for everybody to be playing hard this time of year. There are no easy games, and we need to find a way to rise to the occasion a little bit better than we did in a game like today.
Is it just simply getting more energy?
Oh, I don't know. I just feel like when teams push at us, we kind of stop executing, and it snowballs. So it's kind of hard to point at where it starts. But we're not panicking by any means. But there's just something that we need to work on as a group.